So, do we go to Beast Castle or to Land of Dragons? I'm gonna go to... We need to do both anyway, so let's do Land of Dragons. So yeah, that, that Mysterious Tower episode was like 3 minutes. It's real short. But knowing that the worlds are relatively short, I actually have a decent amount of faith in the fact that we can at least finish Kingdom Hearts 2 today, and probably also do some, like, I don't know what's after 2. I think we have like a single level that is coded, because there's literally one unique song in coded. So we can definitely do that as well. And then we can, I think, choose between Birth by Sleep and 3D. And we'll do Birth by Sleep first, because it was released first. And we might not be able to do the entirety of Birth by Sleep today, but I feel like we can get quite a way in. And Kingdom Hearts 3 is also fairly short, at least as number of worlds go, assuming they still only have about 2 or 3 songs a world. There's a lot more unique music in Kingdom Hearts 3 than in most other Kingdom Hearts games. For the worlds, that is. For the worlds. For, like, Kingdom Hearts specifically, not a lot. There's remixes. Like, every character theme gets a fucking remix in 3, but that's about it, I think. So, I will answer that question in a second. I see the word question, and I do not see the rest, because I need to at least try to pretend like I'm focusing. The fact that I can even look away at the chat is kind of a miracle, honestly. Also, why is there darkness in the Land of Dragons? Why is there anything behind the throne room? Hold on a moment. We should have just started here. We should have just started here. Why do we go to this place at the very end of the song instead of starting at this place? That doesn't make a lot of sense from, like, a scenery perspective. Why build in? It's probably because they wanted to have those loading zones, those, like, darkness portals are probably just loading zones, right? That's what I'm assuming right now, anyway. The song lasts a lot longer than I figured, honestly. Okay, question. Would the game hook you more if new methods were introduced in each Kingdom Hearts game, like adding extra mechanics that relate to that game in question? For example, the forms of Kingdom Hearts 2 that replace the 2 buttons into 1. I don't know. For my review, it would help a lot, because that means there's a lot more to talk about, which means that, like, I have more substance to talk about. But from a gameplay perspective, I feel like that would be kind of gimmicky, honestly. Not that gimmicky, necessarily speaking, always is a bad thing. Gimmicks can be fun. And also, why does Donald have hard eyes? I've noticed this a couple of times. I haven't mentioned it so far. Donald has hard eyes, and it makes me really uncomfortable. I like the idea. You can have, like, some kind of flow motion in Dream Drop Distance instead of the glide mechanic. Like, not even instead of the glide mechanic, just like a deeper... That could be an interesting... Yeah, okay, so no, that could work. You could have, like, mechanics get a bit more advanced for specifically only that world. So it doesn't necessarily have to build up. Like, after Kingdom Hearts 2, you have drive forms always. But you can have a drive form mechanic in Kingdom Hearts 2, which is... for instance, if you Rainbow Excellence one of these enemies that need multiple hits, you instantly kill it. Something like that, right? And then in Dream Drop Distance, you could have a more complicated version of gliding, that being flow motion. And then in Birth by Sleep, you could have, I don't know, something where it doesn't really work where you're always alone and then can swap between characters or something like that. It'd be a bit weird. But you could have something where you're forced to play as the Birth by Sleep trio, and every single one of them actually has a unique mechanic. When they get hits, Aqua like uses barrier, and Terra uses whatever. It would need a little bit more work than me just brainstorming this right as I'm playing the game. But I definitely do think that that might actually... Yeah, I think that would work. Like, giving some more depth to existing mechanics. Do not add new mechanics. But and the line between the two of those is really, really thin. Between making a new mechanic or expanding upon an existing mechanic. But I do feel like that would make it a bit more fun. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. That being said, there might be gameplay differences with the other teams. I haven't noticed yet because obviously... Matter of fact, let's actually, for the next world we do, let's use the Days team. Just to see if they play differently at all. I doubt it, but we gotta check. So I'm assuming that... Okay, so we have one more thing here. That fits to Land of Dragons. So we'll do that in that, I guess. It's just one song. We can do it with Team Days. I don't know what it's called, actually. That's... options. Team menu... It is Team Days. They don't even bother giving it an interesting name. It's just Team Days. Is Team Birth by Sleep literally going to be called Team Birth by Sleep? What is the last team? Hold on a moment. Hold on. We have... Sora Riku Kairi as the last team, maybe? What is the last team? There's 4 teams. Obviously, we have the normal trio. We have Team Days. We have the Birth by Sleep trio. But who are the 4th? I am sure it's already been revealed in the trailer and I'm just forgetting. In which case, it's alright to spoil that in the chat, if you want to. But, I am absolutely blanking on that right now. It must be... It must be Sora Riku Kairi, right? Or Sora Riku Mickey. Something like that. Am I missing, like, out on an entire game where, like... Am I just forgetting characters? It has to be Sora Riku Kairi. There's no reason for it not to be. Well, there is a reason for it not to be, because Kairi is... like... kinda preoccupied during this game, apparently, mate? I don't know. The Kingdom Hearts lore is just getting more and more complicated and convoluted, and nobody likes it. Nomura, stop it! So yeah, this doesn't play any differently from the other team, which makes sense. The only difference seems to be that the triangle prompts give you different kinds of magic. It's not... what does Sora have? Like... Thunder and... Ars Arcanum, I think it's called? And... Roxas has Black Hole and Fire Ogre. But the animation seems to be pretty similar, so I feel like it's literally just a color change. Well, it's not literally a color change. I think he actually does play a different animation. But it's so close, it doesn't even matter. I missed a lot of chat messages there. I will be looking into that in a second, but this is actually kind of chaotic, and I fucking love it. And that was that. Okay. The 4th team is a surprise. Yeah, if you want to keep it a surprise, and especially if it wasn't in the trailers, potentially, don't spoil it. We'll double check if it was shown in the trailers. Yeah, it was shown in the trailers. Still not going to say it, so it's going to be a surprise. Presumably, I'm not going to unlock it today. Right? So... I might accidentally find out earlier. I'm going to try to steer clear. I saw a video today talking about explaining the ending of Melody of Memories, and I had to try really, really hard not to actually... Oh, we cleared 30 songs. I had to try really, really hard not to click on it, because I really wanted to. But I want to experience it firsthand on screen. It's not going to be that long until we get there anyway.